food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my dolly sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
This. All right. I'll swing by for a minute, allow them to envy me, grab a handful of popcorn shrimp, and blow out of there.
Yeah, I suppose I'll swing by for a minute. Hi, Annette. Good evening. Furry. Yep, it's sweeping the dirt. I'd like to be sweeping the dirt. I was about sweeping it with my head earlier today. I had to go out. It was really hot. I about fell down. Some nice lady, I had to go get blood work done, so I was down at the hospital. And they're parking for disabled for the lab is terrible, and the only way really to get in is to go through the imaging department, and it doesn't have any ramp. Hey, Lynn. I still didn't get to the post office. Yeah, my car overheated. It did not like the hot temperatures, but I'm going to go in the morning before it gets hot. There's Dougaroo. Hi, Doug. What's happening? Yeah, I'm looking at this nickel here. It something don't look right. Y'all look at that and tell me what does not look right on this nickel. I got this nickel from Florida Metal Detecting a while back. He sent me a few odds and ends for giveaways, but there's just something funny about this one. To me, anyway. Maybe it's just my bad eyesight, but I am having a Starbucks mocha frappuccino chilled coffee drink. Well, the numbers themselves, that's kind of the style they were. And this, of course, this nickel is worn down too, but what is going on under the numbers? It's just a strange nickel. It looks like it has a mint mark that says F that is way darker than anything else on the coin. I mean, it's an odd piece. And I'm assuming this was dug, you know, as in Doug Wild Metal Detecting. If he comes in, I'll ask him, but it's just, there's so many unusual things about this nickel that the only thing I can think of to do with it so it doesn't drive me crazy is it's going to be part of the Patreon drawing. I'm behind on the Patreon drawing. It should have happened the end of last month. But y'all know how I am. I get sick. I just don't, things don't get done. So we will be doing Patreon drawing tonight for July. No, for August. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I wanted to go metal detecting so badly today, but I'm always from being able to do that. It's really become interesting trying to take care of myself 100% completely. Yeah, I'm used to having my Sandy here at least 2 days a week, sometimes 3, for 5 or 6 hours. I don't think they had an F for Frisco, but that's good. That was a good thought. I'm going to drop this scope down and refocus it on that section. Let's see. See what I mean? That is just plain weird. Look at it. I mean, that is so weird. I can't even make sense out of it. Not even 5 cents. Crazy, crazy. So anyway, we've got that to think on, and I'll put it back under the scope here in a little bit, and I'm going to show you the other 2 items. And I'll look at the back while we got it. E pluribus funk. I mean, yeah, maybe it stands for funk. You'd have to understand Grand Funk Railroad to understand that joke. Pretty weak. Pretty weak. Anyway, the other 2 items in the Patreon drawing this month are both have silver content in them. We have a 1954 Roosevelt dime. He's not the best, but hey, honey, silver is silver. And then we have a Canadian with a little bit of silver. This is a 1950 Canadian dime. George on the one of them Georges 6, I think. I always forget where the dates are. There it is. By golly, I knew it had a date on there somewhere. I knew I'd get a date if I waited long enough. So we have 2 silver dimes, and a very strange buffalo. And you can only win that little prize package if you are a Patreon sponsor. And you can become a Patreon sponsor for as little as $2.96 a month. And I'm going to throw the link out there again. And then I'm going to show y'all something funny. If you've been following the Deadbeat Club meetings and the appearances over the last week, you know, I went through a whole bunch of bags of metal detected items, and I removed all the trash because I doubt I'm ever going to make those videos since I lost the card that was in my camera that had all the footage on it. So rather than haul all this garbage up to Michigan with me, I one by one opened all the plastic bags and little boxes that came from my finds box, and I threw all the trash into a big container. Well, we'll have a contest with that container. All my junkies in here, we go have a contest. There it is, folks, in all its glory. I took it out of the container and put it in a plastic bag so that you would be able to see. Yeah, I did think about giving away the trash, but honey, it would cost so much to mail it. But anyway, so what I did, you might get a glimpse of my swollen up sprained ankle. Isn't it pretty? It's all purple, and yeah, it still doesn't look very good. Anyway, I put it all in this plastic bag so that I would be able to show you. Now, I accidentally threw away a piece of trash when I was sweeping the floor, and it was about the size of a penny. Oops. So, just to even the weight back out, I'm going to throw this penny in there. That'll be the only thing in there that's not junk. Well, if it's a zinker, it's a junk. But anyway, this way y'all can see. I'm going to make a video tomorrow, but you guys are getting a head start. What you're going to try to do is make a guess without going over how much that bag of trash that I'm not taking to Michigan with me actually weighs, and therefore will not be riding 600 miles with me. So that's, like I said, I'll be doing that video tomorrow. I'm gonna actually dump it out onto something flat after I photograph the bag. So you'll have a couple different ways of making your guess. And hey, Jack, how you doing? So we will be guessing on that until the end of the month, and that whoever guesses the closest without going over on that is going to win one of these babies right here. A Vulcan 360 pinpointer, precision pinpointer. courtesy of my friends over at Kelly Co., who sent not one, not two, but 6. Sent me 6 of these. Oh yeah, you get a Kelly Co. sticker too. Of course, it would help if I turned it the right way. But anyway, since you showed up in tonight's show, yeah, I can see you, Jack. Can everybody see Jack? Yeah, we got you, Jack. We got you. So anyway, that is the trash that on the last 4 times I was on, I pulled out from the real stuff. Now I'm going to switch over to another camera. Tell you about another contest. It'll all be in the video that I put up tomorrow, how many guesses and what all the rules are. I got to just sit down and do it, but today was super duper busy. I had to go to the doctor. I had to go by and have the guy try and figure out what was wrong with my car. I had to go to the lab. I had to go to the hospital to see Sandy. And I had to get some things listed up on eBay. I'm trying to get my stereo fixed so I got a whole bunch of records that I need to go through and list for sale on Discogs, but they have to be played and graded because some of them may look good and sound like crapola. So oh, that coffee's good. But yeah, I'll be putting a video up tomorrow with all the info about the junk contest. I haven't come up with the perfect name yet, but I'm going to before tomorrow. And then I got another little contest we're going to be having. So we're going to keep y'all busy. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can get this camera. That really doesn't look like anything, does it? But it is. It's just not focused. This is, come on, a box. Well, I'm really not set up for this, but this is a box. Bless America. Just sit there for a minute. The box is sitting on a rubber mat and it won't move. So I gotta adjust. All right. Where's the side of the camera with the lens on it? There it is. Okay, this is a plastic box full of loose change, which will also tomorrow be dumped out where you'll be able to get an idea. This is all the change I pulled out of those same plastic bags that were full of trash. I'm not spilling the change. So we're going to have another contest going on where you try to guess how much change I pulled out of the bags and are in here. We're actually going to look at some of this change tonight. Yes, I'm going to make everybody mad. I I cleaned these coins. I mean, I did not like clean them, but some of them were so nasty as to not be able to be handled nasty. So they did get rinsed off last night with a tiny bit of antibacterial soap and a toothbrush, because some of the places that I dig, I think, are pretty toxic. So, and I wouldn't be able to even read them if I had not cleaned the major crud. Now, I did pull a few coins out of here as we were going through and set them aside. Uh, a $2 Australian coin and a 64 Kennedy half and a couple of other, I think it was like a 1920 something weedy. But most of these coins I just assumed. Oh, I've also pulled a Lincoln dollar out. Yeah, we're going to guess the weight on the garbage bag. We're going to guess the amount of money on the box full of coins. And I will be putting a video up tomorrow explaining how the games are going to work. Hang on, I got to see. It's my physical therapist. Oh, okay. He's not coming. I got to be reassessed. Hooey. I get along well with my physical therapist, and I'm really uncomfortable because I just lost my home health aide that I've had for over 2 years. She was in the hospital. Now she's in rehab. I went up to see her today. So anyway, we're just going to look at some of the things I've dug up coin wise, just a few of them, and then we'll move on to some other digging stuff. But this is the first time these coins have even been clean enough for me to see what they are. So, and there was a lot more of them than I thought there were. This is in New Mexico. Now, people always are saying, oh, you shouldn't clean them, you shouldn't clean them. But, okay, this is after I cleaned crud off of it and I could actually see what the coin was. And this is what your run-of-the-mill looks like. Please tell me how cleaning this after it's been sitting in dirt and filth and rain puddles and oil slicks is possibly going to hurt it. I just don't buy into that. I mean, sometimes you got to clean it to read it. Here's a nickel. 1969D. You can see how nasty that looks after having been in the ground. And then here's one that is semi-normal. At least I can read the semi-normal, which is a 1960. But yeah, I don't even know. There could be some good coins in here, but some of them are so bad that I couldn't even tell like pennies from dimes and just no clue. Just dirty money. I launder money. Yes, I do. This one's got little chewies out of the edges. But yeah, I'm just grabbing a few out of the box here. Like I said, I did not like super scrub them or anything like that. The main thing, especially with the pennies, is just to try to get them to go through the coin star. So, yeah, you can't really put them through there. Like this is a very common thing for me to find. Something that looks like that. That is a penny. Most of one. Will that go through the coin star? Probably not. But yeah, if there's any Wheaties in here, how would I know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, that's what all that just went into the little thing that I put these in last night was some antibacterial Dawn, and not a whole lot, and some distilled water that just happened to be sitting there in a bottle. And I put them in the container and just stirred them around after I knocked the major chunks of dirt off with a soft toothbrush. And that was, I didn't scrub them or anything. I just wanted to knock the major garbage off because I have to go to Hillsville in a couple of days, and our coin star here in our Walmart does not have very good selections of what you can get with your change. It does not, for example, let you get the Amazon credits, but the one in Hillsville does. And so since I have to go there, I want to take this down after I do the photos of it and everything so I can cash it in, because I want to have the receipt showing for the contest exactly what went in the machine. And it'd be interesting to see how much of it won't go through the machine. But see, these are not easy to work with if you don't clean the dirt off of them. They've just been, a lot of them, buried in the ground way too long. I'm checking nickels, obviously, to see if there's any war nickels in there. Can't even tell what that says. 19 something something. 1958, maybe? Yeah, 1958. Daddy! All right, go. Have a good night at work, Jack. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a pretty old one. These are just Doug coins that I had the audacity to wash the dirt off of. Oh, how awful of me. Yeah, see, that one looks like it's really old, and it's a 2015. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow I will be putting the video up with the 2 different contests in it and how they're both going to work. Because they're going to have fundamentally the same rules, it's just different contests. But yeah, I mean, oh, I've had some of the coin people just scream at me because I said I cleaned some coins. Well, you tell me what it is. You don't want me to clean it, I can't tell you what I found. Because it's just DIRT. Like, there's your run-of-the-mill, dug out of the ground dime. There's your run-of-the-mill regular dime. Just dime from the wild. I mean, every once in a while I find something like that. They're almost surface finds, but not quite. But most of what I find is pretty grubby. And I don't want to jam up the machine, and I want to see what I found, and especially with nickels, because I had a coin one day, I thought it was a nickel, and then when I got home and I took a toothbrush and I brushed it off, it turned out to be a Canadian $2 coin, not Canadian, an Australian $2 coin. But I couldn't tell that out in the field because it was just way gross. So these are just some of them. I'm just taking a look, seeing if I see anything exciting, since I haven't been able to go out. So reminder, if you are not a Patreon sponsor, you got about 15 minutes where you can follow that link and become one and get in that drawing for the very weird Buffalo nickel, the Canadian silver dime, and the rosy silver dime. Only people who have donated money through one of there's a couple people on the list that donated, but they didn't donate through Patreon. They donated through Buy Me Coffee or PayPal. So they get their names in. Pretty much it's because I'm not monetized. And the only reason I'm not monetized is because we don't have enough view time. We got enough people. We got enough videos uploaded. We just don't have the view time. So that's one of the reasons I have these other ways of donating, because that helps pay for mailing stuff out and other things. Like I have to periodically get new batteries for the different cameras and stuff, and it's just expensive. Costs a lot of money. Looter 8! Hi, Looter! How you doing, baby? Yeah, just when I was starting to get better and I thought I was going to get to go out and do a little hunting, then my aide fell and broke her pelvis, and so now I'm on my own, and I'm having to the doctors want me to stay off the sprained ankle, but I don't see them sending any food over here to my door or anything. So I got to get up and cook and go to the grocery and go pick up prescriptions. And sometimes you don't realize how much other people do for you until those people are not around. Because Sandy goes to the post office for me, to the grocery, to the pharmacy. She does all those things so that if I'm not well, I don't have to get out and do stupid things like fall off the bus. So I really wanted to go detecting. I thought I had a free day, and I thought I was going to get up early in the morning before it got too hot and go, but that didn't happen. And my whole day was just busy. And isn't that a beautiful coin? What's my bid for that beautiful piece of... Yeah. Ain't that lovely? That is a zinc penny. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So anyway, we're gonna have a couple of games to play for the rest of the month. And we will... Like I said, I'm working on the video to announce those 2 games. Actually, it's probably going to be 2 separate videos, but I'm just looking at the condition of these things and going, oh my goodness. I had this one round object. I don't remember where I sat it right now, but I found it a long time ago with my bounty hunter. And I really truly thought, for a while, I thought it was a nickel. And then I realized that the size just was not 100% correct. But it was so crusty and so corroded, I couldn't figure out what it was. And finally, after, I'm going to say 1.5 years, I finally got it cleaned up enough to be able to determine that it was one of those round punch things when electricians are punching out holes to put things through. And it was like the piece they punched out. Took me 2 years to figure it out, though. It was very, very interesting. And here's some more junk. Oh, and I do have a giveaway for tonight. I know I was going to do one the other night and I couldn't find it. Well, I found it. So, oh, isn't this lovely? It's big and green, but it's still just a quarter. Now, on this giveaway for tonight, the item is new, but the box got kind of messed up. But you don't really need the box. It's just... So anyway, that is why I washed coins last night instead of clothes. So you can look at junk like that. Yeah, a slug. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it was just a slug. But it sat in my kitchen on the shelf for a couple of years, and every once in a while I'd scrub a little more crud off of it. Yep, just a slug. What was I going to do here? Oh, yeah, I was telling you about my little giveaway. And then I'm going to turn the night bot on. But anyway, I bought this because I couldn't find mine. And then I put this in my car. And then I found my other one. So this one is going to get to be a giveaway. Let me see if I can get me under a different camera because I don't think this is going to fit under there. Maybe this will fit under here. Yeah, this is something that's very handy, even if you are not a detectorist. But if you are one, and some of you will understand when I tell this, you wait until it's cool, look cooler out, and you want to go out and sneak in an hour worth of detecting, and you're finding stuff so you don't want to leave, and it starts getting a little bit dark and you still don't want to leave, and finally you can't see anymore, so you gotta leave. But if you have a headlamp, you can keep looking for some. Oops. So I have an illuminator headlamp. It's brand new. Whoop, there she goes. It's got some different settings, but I think, yeah, anyway, you put this around your little head, around your hat, and you can keep right on digging out there for a while because you can see what you're doing. So I never used this one. I bought it because I couldn't find my other one. And then I found my other one. And so it floated around in my car, and the box got a little beat up. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with the headlamp itself. So I thought somebody might need one of them. So we're going to give one. Yeah, I got to start up the night bot. And the thing is, it's something you can use for other things too. Like, let's say you're on your way home and it's dark and your tire goes flat or something. You need both hands to change your tire. Well, kind of hard to hold the flashlight and change the tire. And so you just put this little rascule around your head, and then you can see to change your tire. So it's just a handy little item, but I have used mine several times out detecting. So, and it's small, so you can put it in your finds bag or the stuff that you're carrying around with you. So it's all good. That's going to be our our giveaway for tonight. And like I said, tomorrow I will start getting the videos up for our giveaways for the month. One of those will be a pinpointer, and I have not decided on the other one yet, what the prize is going to be. But the one for guessing how much trash I picked up and ended up in that bag, that's going to be the Vulcan 360 pinpointer. And get those contests launched. Yeah, that's a good idea. You could use that when you have to take your puppy outside. Yeah, oh, hi, All Things Silver. Yeah, I actually have two of them now. I have one that I really, really like because it's got these little extra clips on the band for it that will clip onto my headset for my detector. They just happen to work for that. I don't think it was made for that, but it works for that. Bullet casings, all things silver. There was a place when I lived up in Brooks or down in Brooks County, Georgia. It was a county park. It was not a big park, but it had a ramp. And so a lot of people that wanted to go fishing would go down there to put their boats in. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go down there and detect one day and see if I find any fishing lures or pliers or, things of that nature, somebody's keys, whatever. And I tell you what, I have never been someplace where there were so many spent bullet casings in my entire life. And I mean, that includes military bases. I don't know what the heck was going on down there, but I actually called the county because when I went down there, I had my GoPro with me. So, and my detector, and I was just finding like bullet casings by the handful. I didn't even need the detector, they were just everywhere. And so I put it on video and I called the county. I said, look, I need to send you a video. What address should I send this to? I said, I'm down at so and so county park at the boat ramp, and you need to see this. And they thought I was exaggerating until they saw the video. And about 2 weeks later, I told them, I said, for one thing, I don't feel safe going down there. I said, I don't know who's shooting. What are they trying to do? Kill the bridge? I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do but there was like just casings everywhere. So couple weeks later, I went down there, and I guess what the county did was went through with a great big magnet or something, and they cleaned up a bunch of them. I mean, I was still finding them. It was, you couldn't really detect that area because it was just covered with them. But yeah, bullet casings. That's all. When you said all you were finding were bullet casings, I don't know what it is, but there's something about places like quarries and boat ramps and these places that are out of the way like that, but have decent roads that go into them so people can get in there and create mischief. But yeah, I get you on that bullet casing thing. I have a bunch of them down in my storage in a bucket. That bucket has like more of the trash that's like in this bag, only it has mostly brass and copper and metals that have a little more value than at one time. Um, Patty, I've been so busy being sick, I haven't even looked at the pennies. I still have your note here, but I've had just in the past between June and now, I've been in the hospital for gallstones, two heart surgeries. I slipped and fell off the city bus, which everybody kind of, all my friends are laughing because this is politically incorrect, so don't anybody get PO'd, but they told me I was the only person they knew that could fall off the short bus. But yeah, when I fell off the bus, I sprained my ankle and I ended up with 8 stitches in my arm, and then a week ago my aide slipped and fell, not here, but she was at home, and slipped and fell and broke her pelvis. So now I do not have an aide. I'm having to do everything myself. And the doctors are saying, we want you to stay off that foot. And the company that's supposed to be supplying my assistance, we don't have anybody to send you. It's going to be at least another week. So I have moved way up the affordable housing list in Michigan. So I'm looking at moving within the next about 6 weeks, which means in the midst of all this insanity, I've got to sort all this stuff out, get rid of a bunch of stuff, sell a bunch of stuff, pack a bunch of stuff. I am so overwhelmed that poor Doug has been waiting for a package from me for longer than you've been waiting for those pennies. and just today, I finally made enough progress that I can get to where those things are. I would love to have a yard sale, but where I live, we're not allowed to have them. We used to be able to have them until last April, when we had two blundering idiots that live here that decided they wanted to take over everything, and we had a yard sale all set up on the calendar and everything, and they just went and crossed through it and decided to do their own yard sale over ours, and took all the tables for themselves. And what ended up happening was a whole bunch of people got in fights, not physical fights, but screaming matches. And this guy was shaking it. He shook his fist at me, and that was a mistake. But the end result was because of these two people, instead of saying, okay, we're going to have a yard sale, but you two people can't participate because you're acting stupid, they just banned all yard sales. So now nobody here can have a yard sale. And neither of those people even live here anymore. So, it's like the manager treats us like we're little children. If instead of just saying, a couple people getting an argument over a bingo game, instead of just saying, all right, you two, you're out of here, you can't play bingo, they just quit having bingo. They punish the whole building over one or two people's things. So right now, we can't have a yard sale here, but my sister has arranged for me to have one at the end of the month at the big picnic shelter that they have at her church. Because I'm trying to get this money together for medical reasons. Um, and I do go to her church sometimes, but anyway, she's a deacon at her church, and she has arranged for me to have one there. The problem is my apartment is so tiny And I'm trying to make these piles of like, this goes to Michigan, this goes posted on eBay, this goes for the yard sale. Yeah, and you can hardly get through my apartment because it's nothing but boxes and boxes. And that's one of the reasons I could not get to where the pennies are that I need to look through for Patty, is there was boxes in front of that shelf and I couldn't even get in there. So today I did finally get those boxes out of the way, and I found a couple of things to throw in the gift away box, and one of the things I found that I'm going to be giving away here very soon is the headlamp, because I thought, man, just about anybody can figure out something they need one of those headlamps for. But I will get to them. I know where the pennies are now. I actually have them where I can actually reach out and touch them, just like I have some pennies for Doug Harding, and I couldn't find his either because when I had my little accident and I fell, people thought they were helping me. They really did. They thought they were helping by moving things, knowing I was going to have to use my walker. So they moved a bunch of things around, and I'm the only one that understands my weird filing system. So once they moved them around, I didn't know where they were. So the only positive about some of these people not being in and out of the apartment so much is that I got to move things back out of the way, and I'm finding stuff that I need to take care of. So I I do still have the list, Patty and Doug. I am working on yours. Doug's actually has made it to the table now. So Doug's is complicated because Doug's is a combination of things he bought in an auction and things that were gift-aways, and I have to print all the different emails out. And this is why I always tell you, when you win something or you get something on my channel, send me an email giving me of course, your mailing info, but also what did you win and what day did you win it? Because if I can't find it, I got to go back and watch that video. So if I don't know when you won or you don't send me anything, I've got a piece of silver sitting here that somebody won. I have no address for this person. I have held it for, I'm going to say, 4 or 5 months now. I'm not going to hold it past the end of this month. I'll put it back in, in the gift away, because I don't have time to stop as much as I would like to and chase people down and say, hey, you didn't claim I know you won something. I've got a prize sitting here with no name on it. And I don't know. It was right when I went in the hospital, and I went through every email. Nobody said, hey, I won so and so. And I know a time period in which I gave that away. I'm either going to have to go back and watch every one of those videos or just put it back in the box and say, sorry, but whoever won this didn't claim it. Because I don't have time to go back and watch all those videos. Especially now when I'm trying to pack and move, and just so much stuff is going on. But the good news, even though my heart surgery didn't go quite as planned, I'm still way better than I was. And the new physical therapist is really good. He's not pushing me too hard, and I am building my strength back up. There was a point at which, when I came home from the hospital, I could not walk further than about 5 feet. And then I had to grab a hold of the counter, and I sounded like a bad movie or something. One of those, you know what kind of movies where there's a lot of panting. No. Hi, James Elder. So, all right, everybody, if you're in here and you have not posted anything in the stream and you want a chance to win this headlamp, you need to post, because I only got 5 people showing up on that list, and I got 8 people showing up on the channel. So if you want in that drawing, you need to I'll read you the names of who's there, and if you don't hear your name, you know you need to post something if you want to win. And then alphabeticals, all things silver, Doug Harding, furry plants and coins, Leanne Crawford, new marshal in town, Patty Disharoon, and the lucky James Eller. So that's who's on the list. If you didn't hear your name and you're hanging out in the room, you might want to say hi to me or send me $1 million or something. We're not greedy over here, are we? Heck no. No. Okay, I gotta find the envelope. Oh, those are out in the hall. Yeah, see, I have stuff everywhere. I have packing materials. I have tape. I have envelopes. I mean, it's just crazy. All the mess that's going on in here. I got stuff, I mean, like, I don't even know where the heck it came from. It's, alright, let me at least find a sticker to put it on here. So when I give it away, and then after I give this away, I gotta get the names real quick for the, yeah, that thing, that Patreon thing, where I'm gonna be giving away the silver stuff. Yeah, Leanne's on there. She on there. Alrighty. Alright, looks like everybody's caught up now. I got the same number in the room as I do on the page, or on the Nightbot. So it looks like everybody's caught up. We will be doing that in probably, I'm going to do something a little different. I changed my mind. I mean, you still are going to need to be on that list. But I think I'm going to open up a duck race. What do y'all think about that? I haven't seen any ducks in here lately. Let me see if I can find some quackers. Get me some quackers. Sound good, everybody? Want to do some duck race? Alright. I don't know what that ad's doing on it. Get off my page. Alrighty. Share screen. Alright. First, I gotta get the names off the Nightbot. So I want everybody to be able to see. We got 8 people on the night bot. And alrighty, so let me copy the night bot list. And then we're going to put all these people over and turn them into a bunch of little bitty duckies. Alright, now let's get over to Race of the Ducks. Get rid of all these. I wish they wouldn't put these fake names in there. It's stupid. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me get the Nightbot off of the screen and put the ducky race up there instead. Ducks. Quack-a-doodle-duck. Quack-a-doodle-duck. Anybody else? Last chance for the duckers. Alrighty. Looks like we're about ready to finish setting this duck race up. And we're going to set it for my favorite, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And then we're going to mix them up. And we're going to mix them up again. And mix them up for a 3rd time. And then we're going to double check. Make sure we're not missing anybody. I think everybody's on the list. So I think we're about ready to turn these little duckers loose. Everybody ready? Y'all ready? Darkwing Duck Norris dude, where? Where? I didn't see Darkwing Duck Norris. I did not. Quack! Quack! Quack, quack, quack. Chicken! Homemade spaghetti sauce? Don't be putting no spaghetti sauce in my duck pool now. Bad enough Mikey put that pink poo in that one night. Alright, about ready here. Alright, where's the start button? Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-da-da-da. Cock-a-doodle ducks on the roll. Quack-a-doodle ducks on the roll. There's Furry out in front. Got a Cyclops duck. Where's the Cyclops duck? That's a odd duck, alright. Oh, and by the way, whoever finished last, you're going to get a duck keychain. Whoever finishes first is to get the headlamp. So, there you go. I only need to take out 7. Y'all funny. Oh my goodness, there comes Annette sneaking up there towards the front. Yeah, please don't forget which way to go. Yeah, that's what they should have told me right before I fell off the bus. Well, all things silver still hanging up there in the front, but yeah, I got some new keychains to put the ducks on that I like. I like these better than the original duck keychains, but as far as I know, I'm the only one giving away ducks in the duck race. I've seen people give away all kinds of stuff, but I think I'm the only one I've ever seen giving away actual ducks. Oh, they're all crowding up together now. Got Furry and Doug and Annette. You're going the wrong way, Annette. Lucky James, you're starting to go the wrong way too, but here comes Leanne. She's about ready to push Patty out of the way. New Marshall, what are you doing? You going back to arrest yourself? And all things Silver just still sitting there quietly on the edge of the pool, cruising along. Now it's kind of down to all things Silver and Leanne, and Annette figured out and got turned back around. She's going for that slingshot. I need a rubber duck. I'll stick it on my car. Oh, we're down to the last batch. Here comes Patty. Leanne's going backwards again. Everybody's kind of holding spot. Oh, now everybody's changing again. Let's see who we get. And that's way out front now. Up, Silver's trying to come back with the win. And it looks like it's going to be all things for the headlamp. And then I got to check and see who finished last, who gets the ducky. Now, all things need to email me with your mailing info and tell me what you won and what show you were on, so I can make sure I get this sent out to you. Let me set that right over here. I made a brand new today to put prizes in. Now let's see who got the ducky keychain for finishing last of the last. Okay, James Eller almost won. He got second. Furry Plants and Coins was our tail end. Gets a ducky keychain. Why do I always get the pen that quits writing? Oh, come on. This is like the fourth pen today. And I've just been throwing them away because what usually happens is I set them down somewhere, and then a few days later I pick that same dead pen up and try to use it again. And I'm getting kind of sick of that, and I don't want to haul pens that don't write with me to Michigan. That seems like a dumb idea. Let me find me a writing implement. Found a Sharpie. Yeah, that works. And got that. That goes right over there. I'll get those packaged up tonight. And I can put them in the stack with Leanne's earrings. And then I we'll be down to one thing left. All right, now I got to grab my Patreon list, and I got to add a couple people to it that donated through something else, because we're about to have that drawing. And I'm going to do it a little bit different because I don't know where some of my stuff is. But it's getting better. It's funny, the more stuff I pack, the easier it's becoming for me to find things in my desk area. This apartment is like so tiny. And okay, let me get to my channel so I can get to my Patreon. Patreon. Don't want that right now. I want. Okay. Got a few people on the list. Okay. Because I'm going to have to enter them. Yeah, two of them. One came from Buy Me a Coffee, and that's Johnny. Florida Metal Detecting sent Patreon or PayPal. And then I got a bunch of people on here. I got to get. Somebody else sent me money too, and I'm trying to remember who it was on Cash App. I'll have to go look at Cash App. Somebody sent me some money to mail things out. Oh, I know one of them was Kevin. I should have made this list earlier, but sometimes people will sign up during the show, so I wait. So y'all just have to bear with me. Cynthia. Yes, and Susan B. Okay, now. Oops, I missed one. Miscorrects. Okay, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I gotta go double check my Cash App real quick because I don't want to cheat anybody out of their chance to win. But I have been so disorganized. I was not expecting that second surgery to go bad, and it did. And that messed me all up. Okay, where is it? There it is. It's the one with the big fat dollar sign on it and no money in it. It just likes to tease you, you know. They put that big dollar sign up there. And then and you think, oh boy, I got something, and then it's them trying to get you to sign up everybody, you know. It's too funny. Okay, when was that? Huh. Where's the list? No, I don't want to give anybody any money out of here. Oh, no, I'm not paying any. If you sent me money in the last month and I don't have you on this list, I don't know what to do. Cash out. Okay. Savings. Yeah, I don't use this very often, and so I get lost when I get here. Okay, I think I got everybody. Uh, Somebody wants to know what my Cash App is. Uh, Hopefully that command will bring it up. Oh, I know who sent me money, but it was for part of theirs, part of what I have to send to them. It was Dougie. I remember now. Flipping chicken. Ah, I flipped chicken earlier, actually. I put them in my air fryer, so I had to flip them. Otherwise, they get too dark on one side. They don't act right. Let me start typing these names in here real quick where I wanna have them. This is the amazing thing about the new computer my brother got for me. I've got like 6 windows open and we haven't crashed yet. Used to be I'd open 2. As soon as I'd open the duct, that was it. We were done. We were done. Alright. I'm gonna have a special duck race for some of these folks. Let me get this junk out of here. And so if anybody else wants to do Cash App or Patreon while I'm doing this, feel free to do so while I type these people in. They don't even have to be here, because these people contribute a little something something every month, which keeps us going. Like I said, if we could just get the view hours, we would make enough to cover most of the postage. I had to quit giving away so much stuff because I couldn't afford to mail it. That's the truth. I just couldn't afford to put it in the mail. It cost me over $350 to mail out the Christmas stuff. That was bad. Okay, I think I got everybody. Let me just double check real quick. Hit refresh. Count how many people I got. All right, I think I got everybody. All right. There's Mud SWAT. Hi, Mud. All right. So let me get the duck race back up here, and this is just my people that donated through Patreon or PayPal or whatever. And they're going for those 2 silver dimes, 1 US, 1 Canadian, and also for the really odd buffalo nickel. Now I'm going to do this one for 2 minutes and 22 seconds because they don't need to run that long. We've got 11 people on the list, and I will read them to you. We have Johnny, we have Florida Metal Detecting, Doug Harding, Kit's Coins, James Huffman, Furry Plants and Coins, Mark Thomas, Warner X, Cynthia Swearingen, my friend Susan Berman, and Rex. So those are the people that contributed. If I missed you and you contributed money for postage or something in the past month, or if I stumble across later where I missed somebody, I will put you in next month's. But I think I got everybody that sent goodies over this month. So let's bring this duck race up and oops. And then once this is done, I got to go soak my poor foot. I'm telling you, I never realized how much stuff my aide does for me until I don't have her anymore. And man, I'm tired. Just doing basic things like dishes and kitty box and taking the trash out. And it's like, wow. Yeah, it's a lot of work to keep this place up. Alright, that's done. 222. We are set. I'm going to shuffle them up, and shuffle them up. And all right, let's go, Patreon. Some of them are in the room, so. So we're doing a little short race here to give away the Patreon stuff that I should have given away like weeks ago. I finally found the box it was in. I mean, that's good, right? Oh, and while we're doing this, uh, try to send some good vibes out to my poor aide, Sandy, who fell and broke her pelvis. My brother Dan, who some of you have met in here periodically, who had surgery for his glaucoma that hasn't quite gone the way it was supposed to, so he's a little under the weather. And my good friend, Dawn the metal detector, who, in addition to her stomach problems, has now contracted COVID. So if y'all would keep all those people in your uh, good thoughts. I would appreciate it. And of course, me and my falling off the bus and my heart surgery. I actually have been much better, even though they found another clot. I wonder where Mark's gone. He's one of my mods. I better get his butt back in here. I'm gonna quit sending him stuff. Alrighty. So Mark got those, and I got them over in the locale. Alrighty. So I think he's like one of those $5 sponsors. He got more than $5 worth of silver back. So see, that's the thing. If you're like a $3 a month sponsor and you win the Patreon drawing, you're getting your money back. You're getting more than your money back. And we all get to have a little fun. So that's the general of it. And I don't even know where Mark is. Somebody needs to. I think he's been hiding, running and hiding. Anyway, oh yeah, they try to feed the bot all the time. Used to. There we go. On that note, yeah, Mark made most of my commands for me actually when I first started doing the Nightbot. Now, when I get to Michigan, which is going to be not too far away now, I've been moving up the list pretty fast. I think it was 2 weeks ago I was number 36, and now I'm number 19. So I'm moving up the list pretty quick. So probably in the next 6 weeks, I'm gonna say, I will be relocating back to an area that a lot of people, as soon as they hear that name, they freak out. But I'm not actually going to be living in that town. Hi, Jimmy Licari, you just missed all the racing. But the area that I am moving to is near Flint. It's not in Flint. It's nothing like Flint. I've lived up there before for several years. Flint is not a whole. Part of it's nice. Part of it's a hellhole. Pardon my language. But it is getting better. But the area that I'm moving to is near Flint. It's not in Flint. It has nothing to do with Flint's government or any of that area. Oh, now everybody gets here after I give away all the toys. But anyway, once I get up there, there will be a few changes to my YouTube situation, one of which is that I'll finally be able to get my new computer fully set up, and it is like light years better than my other one. I'll be able to run OBS or whatever I want. I can run more cameras. I can set things up a lot differently than I can right now. Um, right after my brother got me the new computer, I had to go in for heart surgery, so I really haven't got a whole lot of stuff on the new computer yet. That's one of the reasons, another reason I haven't been able to do some of the metal detecting videos is that my video editing software is on the other computer, and I didn't have room to have them both set up at the same time. So everything has just been scrunched. Well, my apartment in Michigan has got more space than this one. I've already got a floor plan of it. I can picture in my head where things are going to go. I have a lot more square footage. This apartment has a little tiny closet in the bedroom and a little tiny pantry in the kitchen. The one in Michigan has 4 closets in it. Uh, well, one of them's a pantry, a good sized pantry. One of them's a linen closet. I don't have that many linens. So, and then there's like a coat closet and a clothes closet. And there's a balcony patio thing. So some things can go outside. They can even live out there in the winter and it'll be okay. But it has more floor space, and um, I will be able to set my little studio area up a lot better. With a little better lighting and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about getting to go back to Michigan. Um, Number one, I need that medical treatment and it's just not available. And I am so sick of having to ride 2 hours each way for routine doctor appointments because we just don't have any doctors where I live. So I'm real excited about that, but I'm real excited because I get to participate. I used to belong to a uh, crafting group that I just absolutely loved, and I get to do that again. And of course, I get to hang out with my rock and roll band, and so I have not been happy living here since the day I got stuck here. So, and I've got a whole bunch of new metal detecting friends in Michigan. There's a lot of detectorists up in Michigan, and I mean we've got like Michigan and like Huron and all these wonderful places to go, and uh, I'm real excited because I'm going to get to go metal detecting with Sir Benji and with one of my favorite people on the planet, digging with Deej. Deej is like, hurry up and get here. We gotta go. I'm saving a place for you. She's got a spot she's dying to detect, but she doesn't want to do it until I get there. She's saving it to take me there so we can do do that dig together. So, yeah, there's just going to be, first of all, the fact that I can get decent health care. I mean, no disrespect to people from Virginia, but unless you live in the northern part of Virginia, up by DC, up in that area, or down in Virginia Beach, if you live on the other side of the state, honey, you're lucky if you go to the hospital if they have a Band-Aid for you. No money comes to this side of the state. It's very unbalanced. Yeah, this has always been the redheaded stepchild of Virginia. I can walk a half a mile, if I could walk a half a mile, but I can go half a mile down the road to the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is one of their big tourist things that they make money off of. They make plenty of money off of our side of the state. We just don't see any of it. How far into Michigan am I going to be? Pretty much right in the middle. I'm going to be about an hour east of Lansing, which is the capital. About 25 miles east of Flint, well, northeast of Flint. This was not the original place that I picked, but the original place I picked, I'm still sitting at like number 100 or something on the waiting list. The original place I picked was up by Frankenmuth, and Frankenmuth is a tourist town, but I really don't care at this point. I would live in a cardboard box under I-69 if it'll get me back to Michigan and get me into the programs I need to be in at the University of Michigan research facilities. There's Meatball Mikey. Better late than never, Bubba. At least you didn't get to win the duck race because you weren't here. Hi, Mike the Greek. So anyway, yeah, kind of right in the middle of Michigan. And a lot of people get the wrong idea about Michigan because all they see on TV is the horrible things that happen in Detroit and the horrible things around Flint or Battle Creek, and they don't see the whole rest of the state. And Michigan is number one. It is an absolutely beautiful state. No, actually, they don't drive as badly as the people in Indiana. Which, I mean, I think part of that is cars are really well respected by Michigan because cars are what made the whole economy and unfortunately have killed the economy of the state of Michigan. But people in Michigan tend to take pride in their vehicles. I'm telling you what, I've been to some of the coolest car shows ever where you see like one of a kind prototype cars that were made in some factory in Michigan where they were experimenting or they only made 10 or whatever. The bad thing about Michigan is the roads are horrible. Absolutely horrible. To the point that I would say the only people in the state of Michigan who actually drive their cars in a straight line and try to stay within the lanes are the drunk people. Because the sober people know you got to swerve to miss the potholes. The roads are bad. They're getting better. And a lot of that even goes back to the Flint water crisis, where funds were being misappropriated. And because those funds were being misappropriated, A lot of it was lottery money that was supposed to be going to fix roads and schools. And I don't know what those guys were doing with that money, but they didn't fix any roads, and there is not a single high school, not one public high school in Flint, Michigan. Absolutely not. And the other thing, up until a couple years ago, Michigan also had the highest car insurance of anywhere in the country. And that has finally changed. And one of the reasons for it, and I understood to a point, they had this law, like let's say you get in an accident and the person that is injured is going to be crippled for the rest of their life. There was no cap on how much your insurance was going to have to pay. So let's say somebody has to have day-to-day care for the rest of their life and they live to be 90. Car insurance is still going to be paying for that wreck, which was taking those payments into multi-million dollars. At some point, you have to put a cap on it or nobody can afford to buy insurance. And they now have done that. But when I lived up there, that was still in effect. And my car, which was like 12, 13 years old, was costing me, and not even for full coverage, was costing me almost $300 a month for insurance. It's nowhere like that now, but that was why for a long time I didn't have a car up there. I just couldn't afford it. And you would have so many people driving with no insurance because they couldn't afford it. Mike Wolf in the house. Boy, I guess I should come on later at night. I'm getting all kinds of cool people up in here. Either that or everybody just missed me so much they come to see me again. Thank you guys. So, but yeah, I'm real excited that I'm getting very close to making my move. And I found out some funny things over the time that I've been not in Michigan. One of the funniest things that I found out was that every day for I lived there almost 7 years, and I had a flea market booth north of me in Bay City. Uh, and I did not know this, but every day, pretty much, for a number of years, I was driving past Fleabag's house. He was right around the corner from me. I didn't know him. The first time he won something on my channel and he gave me his address, I'm like, what? And then I told him where I had lived, and he's like, you had to be driving past my house every day. So, like, I mean, there's stuff like that. And like Sir Benji he's retired now, but he ran an used appliance place. And I'm pretty sure that's who I bought my washing machine from. I mean, it's just there's so many amazing things like that. So I will actually now get to meet all these people that I didn't know when I lived there the first time, which is pretty cool. Yeah, right. We are missing Mike Chili's. I wonder where that boy is. Yeah, we're just sitting here gabbling at this point. I am going to be posting 2 contest videos, 2 gift away videos. They're both contests. I'll try to get them both up tomorrow. We just spent the last week going through bag after bag of twisted metal, all the trash that I picked up while I was metal detecting, and I would put just everything went in the plastic bag and it got labeled, and then later on I would come home and make the videos, and I would have all the stuff for the closeout of the video. But I lost the memory card out of my camera, so some of these bags got left over and were never going to get the videos made. So I decided I didn't want to haul all the trash to Michigan. So over the last 4 or 5 days, we sat here and just pulled some of the funniest things you've ever seen out of those bags and threw them in a big bin of trash. And now that it's full, we are going to have a contest where everybody gets to look at this big plastic bag full of garbage. It's all metal, but we pulled the good stuff out. And everybody will get a chance to guess how much they think the bag weighs. And whoever is the closest without going over is going to win a Vulcan 360 Precision Pinpointer. We got 6 of them from Teleco. I've given away 2 so far. One went to William E., and the other one went to New Marshall, I believe. Yeah, Mike Wolf. I used to live like I said, right around the corner from Fleabag, not too far from Sir Benji, and maybe 12 miles from Digging with Deej. You know, and that's just like 3. There's other people that live right around in the same basic area as well. But I live really close to Deej. I was surprised when I realized where she lived. But yeah, Fleabag was right around the corner from me. I would have to go out where I lived and go down about a half a mile and turn onto this highway that I took all the way up to Bay City to where my flea market was. And right after I was making that turn, I was going right by his house. I know exactly where he lives now. That's why I always tease him if he acts up in my channel. Hey, watch it now. I know where you live. I'll come and get you. Lucky James Eller is over in the Detroit area. That's not that far from me. Kevin Kukowski, Kit's Coins. That's another one. I mean, there's a bunch of Michigan people. So I am looking forward. Like I said, I have moved up the list very rapidly, and unfortunately, since I have no longer got my aid, I'm having to do all this, trying to get packed and all of that stuff on a sprained ankle, recovering from falling off the bus and 2 heart surgeries. And it's either going to build my strength or it's going to kill me, one or the other. But I'm getting stuff done, so we'll just keep working at it. And right now, I'm going to go take my meds and soak my poor little ankle. And I got to get all my stuff together to do my contest, my gift away videos for tomorrow. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you have not hit the like button, please do so. And the most important one that we need most of all, I need watch hours, because I have enough people to be monetized. I have enough videos uploaded in the time period to be monetized. What I do not have is enough watch hours. We only have about half the watch hours, because those, as fast as we get them, they scroll off. So go watch, turn the sound down. Don't mute it. Apparently, if you mute the sound, they don't count it as being watched. But you can turn the sound down on your computer and just let a playlist run. The M3 one's pretty funny. It's almost all shorts. There's some pretty funny ones. I'm gonna have to do a new one of him now, because for months, he's got his bananas, but he also had a carrot for his metal detecting needs. I came home one day and found him in my metal detector bag with his paws wrapped around my Garrett carrot. So he got a catnip carrot and it disappeared. Could not find it. And we looked. So today I was looking for his plastic mouse that dispenses treats, and I took the broom handle and stuck it under the stove, and out came the carrot. So I guess M3's ready to go detecting again too, because now he's got his K-Rat. So I'm going to go dip it in some nip for him, and then I'm going to soak my foot and plan my video for my contest, and hopefully I'll get it online tomorrow, and we'll start giving some things away, get them out of my house so I don't have to move them to Michigan. Send all my junk over to your house. There we go. That's a good idea. Anyway, so I thank everybody for stopping in and for supporting me through all this. Man, when I got sick, I got sick. I was one of those people that was never sick a day in their life, and then all of a sudden, man, I was sick all the time. It's no fun. Oh, and I got to remember to send Mikey. He's got a place he wants to try to get permission to detect, and I found out who owns it so he can get a hold of them, because it's not owned by who we thought it was going to be. But he can probably send them an email, and we'll see if we can't get him in there. So I gotta remember to do that, put that on my list. One thing I still haven't found is my dry erase board. I used to have one right here above my desk so that I could write things like that on the board, have a better chance of getting them done. We shall see. So anyway, I'm gonna run do all my stuff now, and I should have something up tomorrow about the 2 different giveaways. So that being said, congratulations to tonight's winners. The Patreon drawing was won by Mark Thomas. Last place in the duck race was Furry Plants and Coins. The headlamp for going out and metal detecting in the dark was won by All Things Silver. So, there you go. All right, everybody. I'll see you all very soon. Probably tomorrow. And M3 never joined us tonight. I think he's still upset that his Sandy's not here. For those who missed that, my aide fell and broke her pelvis, and she's in rehab for a while. So, all right, everybody. I love y'all. Thank you for coming. Good night.